Hey everybody, what is going on? It is Dunbar Snack Bar here with MLB 13 The Show, and we've got some Atlanta Braves franchise coming your way right here. I think this is the first time I played Milwaukee in the show, period, but I'm surprised to see them sitting at 34 and 39. Ryan Braun's been doing a great job for them recently here, but it seems like everybody else on the team really has not been able to do too much here. But with the Braves, we've had so many things going for us lately. Injuries kind of have been a little bit of a problem. I mean, it could be a lot worse. I got Beachy on the disabled list for a couple months. Got Dallas Braden in his spot right now, who in the last episode got his first win, which was kind of cool. Freddie Freeman starting this off here for the Braves. This one's going deep into left center. Outfielders aren't even going for it, so I know this one is gone. A great way to start the game off. That adds another RBI to his total. He leads the majors in RBIs and is the front runner right now in MVP voting. But, I mean, we haven't even reached the All-Star game in this franchise, so I shouldn't be talking about, you know, the end-of-season awards or anything like that. But it is really cool just to kind of take a gander every now and then, just see how your players are doing. And it's awesome that Freddie Freeman is leading that. So it kind of gives me some more motivation to make sure that he holds that. So 1-0, of course, after that one here in the bottom of the third. You can see Medlin's going to be pitching for me here in this one. That one going down the line. Chris Johnson diving for that one. He'll make the throw over to second since I knew I couldn't do anything at first. Was gauging what was going on here with the runner. As soon as I dived and it hit the base, I just thought that was kind of crazy. I've never seen a game here where it actually hits the base and something happens. All right, trying to lay down the bunt right here, advance him on over to second, but it hits his fingers, and Peralta will get over to first. I don't know. I don't think it really hit his fingers. Then again, it also hit the bat. I don't know. I just feel like that should be a foul ball as opposed to him getting on first because he was hit by a pitch. Anyway, no harm comes from it. Hayward gets the single that goes into left field. So Hayward, of course, the speedster that he is, I'm going to be utilizing him to try and get a few extra bases right here. Freddie Freeman again up at the plate, had that home run to be able to start the game off, has a good chance to be able to bring him home, but going with the hit and run right here instead of the steal, well, at least he advances, but Freddie Freeman's going to be out. I probably should have just stolen instead, even though that was a pretty good pitch to go off of. McCann also hitting this one over to first. Hayward will make it to third. And we're going to see if anything will happen now with him on third. Dan Uggla coming up to the plate here for the Braves. He's kind of been in a little bit of a slump lately here, so I hope things turn around for him very quickly. This one going deep into center field. Is it going to be enough? It is. I always get worried whenever I see the outfielder just start running for the wall, go up and jump for it. I haven't been robbed yet of a home run, but then again, I haven't been able to rob anybody else either. I need to master that. That's one of the toughest parts, I think, of the game for me right now is diving, you know, jumping to try and steal or rob home runs from people and stuff like that. So anyway, Uggla, maybe this is a sign that he is coming back. Maybe, I don't know, this is just a good hit at a good time and he's still going to be suffering. But 3-0 here now. Looks like that we're not going to be seeing Peralta pitching for the Brewers for that much longer. So this one going to end up being a base hit. Thought it might be scored an error or something like that, but hey, Medlin's getting it done. I don't care how he gets on bases as long as he does. So Andrelton Simmons now coming up to the plate here in the top of the fifth. This one going to be a little single in the left. So runners on first and second now for the Braves. The way that we've been hitting here throughout this entire game, it's been very solid. So, you know, very good chance here. We're going to be seeing some more runs. Chris Johnson up at the plate. No outs quite yet. 1-0 count. This one's going to go into right field. It's going to get caught in foul territory, but Medlin's going to tag up, head over to third. He will be safe. That throw might have been on target. I don't know. Maybe he would have been out, but I took a risk. It really ended up paying off right here because that puts him 90 feet away from home, and now Justin Upton's at the plate. So if I can hit a deep fly ball, I can have Medlin tag up, come home, and hopefully that's what ends up happening here. So going back, makes the catch. Medlin heading from third. No throw from Weeks to home. Speaking of Ricky Weeks, here he is up at the plate. Bottom of the 5th. This is going to be a base hit. I got to be careful here because, if it's Ricky Weeks or, just about anybody who I know has some speed, I do worry about the computer stealing. So I'm going to have to be watching out for that, just seeing what type of lead that they take and stuff like that. So there he goes. Didn't really take any extra lead. McCann's throw is not going to be in time. Just drifted over a little bit to the left here. Simmons applying the tag, but Weeks had already touched second base. So that's a dangerous position for me to be in now because any hit that the Brewers are able to get, I can see him bringing Weeks home. I don't know. It was kind of close. Not as close as I would have liked. I wish it was on the other side. Anyway, 0-1 count now. Broken bat. Over to Medlin. Makes the throw to first. We are done with that inning. Not too bad. Okay, so we get out of that one. Mike Gonzalez going to be coming in for the Brewers here in relief in the 6th inning, I believe. So I'll have to kind of change things up. Brian McCann. 4-0 here is the score. A little bit of a different delivery. But that one is going deep. That one just stayed over the heart of the plate. Up into the second deck here. Not going to lie, with McCann, I feel like I haven't got a home run out of him in a while. In the games that I've been simulating, he's been getting some big hits, but whenever I'm playing as the Braves, it just hasn't been happening. So this is kind of nice to be able to see. I get more frustrated than anything when I hit with McCann because of the way that the computer sets itself up and the way that they position the infield and outfield. They weigh him heavily over to the right side. So, I don't know. It's just tough for me to be able to get anything with him unless I hit it out of the park or just, swing pretty late. So, Ugla now going to get a single right here. Yeah, I'd say this is the beginning of a turnaround. One game, I don't know. It's just one game, but I can hope, I guess. BJ up to now at the plate. Braves up 5-0. Brewers struggling up at the plate. And even Dan Ugla is able to steal bases. I figure with the score being what it is, and the way that this game is going, how one-sided it's been thus far, I'm like, why not try and go for it? I don't think that the computer would predict that I would end up going. So, never thought I would say this. Dan Ugla steals second. I guess anything can happen in baseball. All right, bottom of the 6th now. I'm not able to bring Ugla home. So, Medlin still having a pretty great game thus far. Sure, there have been a few hits like this. That throw, of course, not in time. But overall, been doing great. Not allowed a single run, which I will take from any starting pitcher here through 6 innings. Ryan Braun now up at the plate. Runner on first. This one going deep into left field. And that is going to be a home run here for the Brewers. So they are able to finally get on the board here thanks to that one big swing from Ryan Braun. Now he's flown out a couple times here in this game. So the pop flies that he's been hitting have been pretty deep into the outfield. And I mean, come on, it is Ryan Braun. You would expect to see some real power out of him. But still not excited that we gave up that home run. So maybe it's time to kind of think about bringing somebody else in for Medlin, but Brewers definitely are bringing in somebody else here. Jim Henderson will be pitching now in the 7th inning. So, gosh, I wonder if each one of their pitchers is just going to last one inning here. Andrelton Simmons with the deep hit into center field. It will not be a home run, but it bounces at the wall. Get around. I was thinking about rounding second. All right, so I stay with a double right there. I don't want to risk it right now. I think if that might have been more over to the right center part of the outfield, I might have gone for it. But Justin Upton watching ball 4. So it's going to be good for me. Now, ground ball out got Simmons from second over to third. But Justin Upton does have some speed. So as Freddie Freeman comes up to the plate again in this game, has an opportunity to get a few RBIs. Deep hit. And it's not going to be enough to go over the wall. Just bounces off of it here. 2 runs are going to come home. Yes, they will. All right. So Freddie Freeman with 3 RBIs in this game. Really making himself the leader here in RBIs. I can't remember how much he has compared to the guy in second, but it's not every day you see one player get 3 RBIs. So I'm kind of impressed about that. He really has been doing great with runners in scoring position, whether it be home runs, big hits like that. I mean, it's been great. So stealing second base now with B.J. Upton. We're in good shape now. I did go ahead and bring Medlin out. I have Jordan Schaefer at the plate for me now. I like having his speed on the base paths. So a good hit by him. We'll go ahead and bring B.J. Upton home. So 1-0 is the count. Gonna go ahead and round third. Head home. The throw. What a great throw from center field. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and accept being out on that one just because that was such a great throw. So Jordan Walden, of course, is going to be coming in here in the 8th inning. See if I can get a couple innings out of him. Inning number 8 went pretty good here, but the Braves are going to be going with a relief pitcher themselves here in the bottom of the 8th, in the top of the 9th here. So Andrelton Simmons again up at the plate. That one is going to go into left. So Andrelton Simmons also has some speed. Haven't gotten enough stolen bases yet in this game, I feel like. Why? Because I don't think you can have enough stolen bases. Anytime you can successfully steal, the better. All right, so before I can steal, get a hit here with Justin Upton. So now runners on first and second. Been in this situation plenty of times today. Pitching from the Brewers has struggled, and that might be one of the reasons why, as a team, they have been struggling. Jason Hayward, though, a deep fly ball into right field. Another home run here in the game for the Braves. It's going to be a 3-run blast that will expand the lead. And I'm going to just go out on a limb here and say that this is going to put the game out of reach here for the Brewers. Thinking about keeping Walden in here in the bottom of the 9th, just so I can make sure Kimbrel gets just a little bit more rest here. But I still have him warming up. So between Walden and Kimbrel, I'm not expecting there to be any, more runs here for the Brewers. But I could be wrong. There may be some, but I'm going to have a pretty good chance of being able to limit that. All right, Chris Narveson against Freddie Freeman right now. 10-2 is the score. This is the first time in a while I have been in double digits by way of runs in a game. So this is good to see. I mean, with the Braves, I feel like I do a pretty great job hitting with them. They've got a lot of talent, but being able to rack up this many runs, not something that I'm usually able to do. Freddie Freeman with the single. Brian McCann now. On the very next pitch, he's going to hit this one on the ground, so it will be a double play. McCann does not have the speed to be able to beat that throw out. Ryan Braun here in the bottom of the 9th. I am keeping Walden in. This one is going to go into left field, so it will just be a single for Ryan Braun. Won't be able to stretch that out into a double. So I could go ahead and try and force a double play. So I'm going to keep these next pitches, of course, as low as I can. To kind of make sure that the Brewers are swinging at something that's going to roll on the ground here. But this one is going to go deep into right center. It was not low enough, or the computer figured that that's what I was going to do. So the Brewers get another 2-run blast here. It's going to make it 10-4, but still 6 runs that separate these two teams. So just a little setback for Walden right here that's going to hurt his ERA. But ERA isn't everything. I mean, those stats, ERA, I don't know, it's a little skewed. You got to take into consideration how many innings. If somebody just has one terrible inning, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying the ERA is worthless or anything. I think it's a lot better indication of a pitcher besides wins and losses. But anyway, 2 outs now here. Strike 1 high with Walden. With that type of velocity on a 4-seam fastball, I rely heavily on this particular pitch. And I feel like I've kind of mastered the high-velocity fastball here thanks to the Road to the Show with Kevin Millar. Because I've got the knuckleball, the 4-seam that maxes out at 102, and a slider. But here with Walden, I'm just going with the 4-seam fastball. I like the four-seam, I think, the best out of any pitch in the game because how easy it is to go ahead and place the pitch. You kind of know what you want to do, like, you know, throwing it inside here to a player really makes it tough for them to be able to hit it. Lucky for me, that one ends up being strike two. I was going to be worried here that I was going to have a 3-1 count, having thrown all fastballs. That would have been unheard of for me. All right, so I could go with the changeup or a slider. Let me go with the changeup here, low and outside. Swing and a miss. That is going to be the ball game. Braves end up winning this one here. Some of the best offense that I have had in a while. Gave up, of course, a few big hits in this one. But at the end of the day, Braves end up getting the win. We move on to our next opponent. So thanks for watching this, you guys. I sure do appreciate it. More of this to come later on, so make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, all that great jazz. Just check the description below. But you guys are awesome people. You really are. Thank you again. And as always, I hope you guys have a good one.